Today, I'm going to talk about something that's, I think, plaguing a lot of small business owners. And I'm going to diverge a little bit away from SEO, more to how we use computers in general. And I remember 20 years ago, before I started my business, that I was working with video production. And one of the things that I wanted to do, that I still see people trying to do today, is that they buy the best computer that they can, and then they load as much of their software as they want onto that computer, because they want that computer to be able to do everything. And then when there's a problem with the computer, it's the end of the world for them. And I was doing that. I did that for many years, mostly through the 90s and early 2000s. And what I learned, one day I went to work for a gentleman who did video production, and it was really awesome. This guy had won several Emmys and was teaching me how to do video editing. It was a really cool opportunity. I really came in more as an intern because I wanted to learn from him. But the funny thing is, I learned some great video editing techniques, but what I really learned from him that was most interesting is that he had dedicated computers for specific tasks. And he didn't have the problems that most of the people I knew had. And I had this interesting problem where I would load in some Sony software and some Avid software, and then my email would stop working. And the first thing that I noticed when I came into this guy's office is that he had a dedicated computer for his email. And if he needed to send an attachment, he'd bring a thumb drive over, plug it into that computer, and send the attachment. That computer that handled his email wasn't connected to anything else. And the byproduct of that also, nowadays, that's really interesting, is that he has never had any email problems. He's never had to deal with ransomware or viruses or those things, because his computers have been protected, isolated, really. That's something interesting, though. I still, over the years, I've seen customers who've had problems because they didn't designate specific roles to specific pieces of hardware. And I want to tie that back to setting goals. Even the government does this. I've seen this on a few jobs, that they hire the equipment needed to accomplish a specific goal, and they'll have a redundant system, or it's a dedicated system, just like what this video editor had taught me. And that's what I want to convey, is when you buy computers, don't buy the best computer because you're going to put everything in it. Get the right tool for the job. And one of the things that's improved my experience with computer systems in general over the last 10 years has been being able to just switch to another computer if something goes wrong on the one that I'm working on. And I just still see a lot of small business owners who are getting stuck. They miss a deadline, or they can't get something into production because their computer that they're working on has a problem, and it slows them down a week, and it really impacts their business and ability to function. And so I thought that would be a relevant subject for today. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Thanks.